After being introduced to Tom and being in the mood to grow, it was very lucky for me that this all came together at the same time, because working with him, it's a case of the enthusiasm he builds along with his talent for creating a really excellent look for you.
Tom's like a real kind of cheerleader kind of guy, and so he just doesn't bring you something and say, well, here it is, I'm dropping this off. He goes around to everybody there and gets them all excited.
As you get larger, an employee tends to think that they're a number, and that's certainly not my philosophy. And with Tom's help, all the employees feel like they're part of our business and our growth. And we see to it that they are always feel that way, and we thank them for it. And it's neat having everybody on board, you know.
Market Share West brings that large marketing department to the smaller company.
Tom came in, I re-identified the company as Miller Gasket to begin with. He brought with him a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, which was infectious to not only myself, but my whole staff and all the employees.
Everything was divided into business groups, like we had a manufacturing business group, and we do a lot of work with the studio, so we had a studio group. But we still only had the same amount of people, but it looked like to a customer that would look at it and go, oh, here, they have a special group just dedicated to us. It made us seem bigger, and it made us feel bigger than what we actually were.
When he got done, we had a completely different look and a whole new identity, and certainly a different attitude about our business.
We have chosen as a company not to fish downstream. We want our customer base to continue to be Fortune 500 manufacturing and defense contractors. And the materials and advice that we got from Tom and Market Share West allow us to market ourselves to those kind of clients.
He'd design something, he'd bring it to you and say, which one of these do you like? And you'd like all of them.
They provided us with names and addresses of clients and companies that were virtually pre-qualified to want to buy the type of products that we make. They've made us ready for trade shows. They've given us things and created opportunities for us that we never would have had without them.
Long after we stopped paying him, he still comes around. And he still has ideas, and he still helps out. And it's not one of these places where every time, well, I have an idea, but it's going to cost you money or something like that. Money's not the number one concern with it. He really gets excited about your company.
We've experienced some great results from Market Share West. We have increased our sales from $1.5 million to $4 million a year. But the real beauty of what we've done is we have diversified our customer base. We had 80% of our work coming from one customer at the time I met Market Share West, and we now have a pretty good split of about 15%, no more than 15% of our work comes from any one customer.
All I wanted was one new customer a week, and I would be happy. And by gosh, we did that.
Since then, we have, which was about 4 years ago now, we have about doubled our business.
I look at it from a standpoint of where we are and where we could be had we not got involved, and there's a good chance we might be out of business right now, and that is the honest truth.
Yeah, property directly behind my original building became available. We bought that place, and so now we have 9 buildings. So when I started with Tom, I had 1, and now we're up to 9. Today, we still have the program running, and I see new names constantly.
The thing I like most about Tom and Market Share West is they did what they said they were going to do from the beginning. You never had to wonder if the deliverables were going to be there. They were always there when Tom said they were going to be, and they always exceeded expectations.
The whole thing was fun to do, it was interesting. You learned a lot about yourself, you learned a lot about your business. And that, to me, was worth every penny that we spent.
Having Market Share on board has really been a very gratifying experience. They show up early for meetings, they're on time and ready to go and always prepared, and I can't recommend that strongly enough.
They fulfilled all of my expectations, and I would definitely recommend it. I have recommended them to some of my customers.
Through the Sales Serve program, we're pretty much set for future growth. And because we were going to maintain all our leads and work them over the years, we're pretty much set for the future. It's really got us in the right direction. Working with Market Share West has been a positive experience. It's kind of forced us to look at the marketing programs and see the value in them that we've not seen in the past, that we've tended to discard in the past. And it's been a very positive experience for us.
Like I tell anybody who asks me, if you're going to spend the money, spend it with Tom. It's not cheap, but the return on your dollar is well worth it.
Had we not been brought up to the modern day era, basically, and had all this new life put into us, all this excitement with the tools that Market Share provided us, I very well could not be sitting in front of you right now. I would recommend Market Share West to anybody who has that feeling of they're kind of stagnant, not going anywhere. Maybe they've been in business a long time, been very successful, but things have plateaued a little bit.
Because of their vast experience, because of their knowledge, we have really found that we can't get along without them. They've become a part of our team, they've become a part of our family.